So today we are going to take up the first class of your Atmadarshana program. This is called Atmadarshana Basic Program. This is called self-discovery. Today's session is about 3 bodies. This is the path of self-inquiry. We'll understand the nature of self. Yeah. So this is called Atmadarshana Basic Program. What do you learn in this basic program? You learn who am I. You learn about 3 bodies and 5 koshas and roadmap of consciousness, chakras and healing. So this is slightly different from your other program, Atmadarshana Advanced and Atmadarshana Foundation program, which you are doing. Here we will be giving more focus on chakras and healing, which is a part of roadmap of consciousness. So why do you want to study? What is this? What is this? Who am I? Why should I learn who am I? Why should I know who am I? Don't I know who am I? We have all of us as an idea of who am I, right? I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm happy, I'm unhappy, I'm husband, I'm wife. So our concept of self-identity comes from 3. What world thinks of us, what I think of myself, and what really I am. Okay? What world thinks of me, world thinks of you as a woman, a beautiful woman, or a man, smart man, an engineer. So world will think of you based on your body. So that is not here. We don't discuss that. What you think of yourself is based on the mind. Oh, I'm suffering all 20 years of life. I'm suffering. Okay. I am a smart person. I am a very good person. These are all what you think of yourself. But these 2 are nothing to do with reality. What you really are only can be learned through teachings of Vedanta. So here you learn who really you are. Why do you have to learn who you are? So the Brahmanda, the universe is called Brahmanda. Okay. In Vedanta, it's an Anda. Anda means egg. The entire universe is like egg. The whole universe, like when egg breaks, the chicken comes out, bird comes out. Like that, the Brahmanda is like egg. From that egg, sun, moon, solar system, galaxies, living beings and non-living beings came up. That Brahmanda is called Brahmaji, egg. So there is a saying in yoga and Vedanta, Yat Brahmande, Tat Pindande. What is there in the Brahmanda or the cosmos is there in the Pindanda, you. Right? The Brahmanda is the universe and Pindanda is you. The entire universe is in you. So you don't have to buy a ticket to go and see the solar system. You don't have to go somewhere to find something. Entire universe can be found, whatever is there in the entire universe can be found in this body. That includes the solar system, the galaxy, the gods, divine beings, everything is there in the small form in this body. So that's why with meditation, you can go inside and find out the truth of the universe. That's why Yat Brahmande, Tat Pindande. You remember this. Whatever is there in the Brahmanda is there in the Pindanda. So what is there in the Brahmanda? There are 14 lokas. Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasadala, Patala, Lokas. There are Devatas. There are Brahmaji. There is Vishnu, Shiva. There are Devas and Devis. All those are there in this form of the body. That's why meditation helps you to discover yourself and realize that you are the universe. Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. The entire universe is you. So that discovery can happen through meditation. Okay. So that's why this class we take up only one question, who am I? And you cannot find who am I by yourself, sitting in corner. Okay, I'll sit in a corner and find out who am I. I'll go to Himalayas and find who am I. Not possible. The who am I has to be learned under from the guidance of a guru, competent teacher, competent master, and based on the teaching of Vedanta. That's the only way. If you have to learn, you have to go through science teacher and science book. If you have to learn dancing, you have to learn dancing and dance teacher. No, if I want to learn myself, what did you learn about yourself? Already there's a lot of impressions and wrong understanding is there based on what you think of yourself and what world thinks of you. How do you find your real self? The real self teaching comes from the teaching of Vedanta. A good teacher is required who will teach you what is there in Vedanta in a way you can understand. This is called Atma Dhyana, Atma Vichara. That's what we do in this class. What you call as body, I am the body, has 5 layers. These layers are called, outer layer is called Annamaya Kosha. Then is called Pranamaya Kosha, inner, the vital body, energy. Then this is called Manomaya Kosha, mind. Then this is called Vijnanamaya Kosha, or intellect. And then this is called Anandamaya Kosha, or blissful body. You are not one single body. The body itself has 5. And these 5 bodies are constantly changing. You are none of these bodies. You are the light in that body. That light is called Atma Jyoti, the pure awareness. That's why I keep on calling you people Atma Jyoti, Atma Jyoti. You are not any of these bodies. You are the Atma Jyoti, light of the self. Awareness. It has nothing to do with bodies. So these bodies are divided into 3. One is called gross body or Sthula Sharira, which is the outer body. Then Sukshma Sharira, subtle body, and Karan Sharira, or causal body. So that is what you call a Jiva, an individual. But really you are not the body. You are the light of the body. That's called Atma Jyoti, the light of the self. So the subtle body consists of Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha. Gross body is what you see. This is the body. What you are seeing is the gross body. Subtle body you cannot see. Subtle body you can see only in the dream. So when we say as somebody dies, what happens to him? Okay. So there's this cross is put in the wrong place. This Karana Sharira cross has to be put on the physical body, not here. Okay. Just ignore this cross here. So a person, a Jiva is nothing but a combination of Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. Is a combination called Jiva, or individual. What happens when somebody dies is the Sthula Sharira, or the gross body, goes. The Sukshma Sharira and Karana Sharira together go into new body and acquire another Sthula Sharira. So a child is, it enters into child's body. The body is like a vehicle for you. Body is not you. Body is like a dress. You change the dress. Like that we change the body, but we confuse the dress as me. It is wrong. So what is gross body consists of? Gross body consists of, what is it? So it consists of 5 elements. The Panchabhutas, space, fire, wind, fire, water, and earth. Panchabhutas. Your body is made up of that. You know what is your body? Your body is mainly made up of mud. It has heads, hands, legs, and central body. This is the body. It's visible to outer people. It's used for transaction. It's a vehicle for interacting with the world, but that's not you. The body is born, grows, and dies, but nothing happens to the soul, Atma. The Sukshma Sharira, or subtle body, consists of eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. The the eyes, ears, nose, and tongue, physically they are in the outer body, gross body. The subtle aspect of that is in your subtle body. The eyes, these eyes cannot see. These eyes are the instrument. What sees is the subtle eyes. Ears cannot hear. What can hear is the subtle ear. That's all in the subtle body. 5 organs of action. Okay, they are in the subtle body. 5 pranas, Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya, Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. These are in the subtle body. And internal organ, Manas, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta is in the subtle body. Okay. So subtle body, functioning of the subtle body, I represent here. There are 5 organs of knowledge. Through eyes, I see something. So it will go to Manas, mind. So mind doesn't know. Mind asks a question, what is this? It asks a question. Then from memory, it gives an answer. Okay, this is flower. This is a, it goes to memory. What is seen gets recorded in memory, and from memory you get an answer. So then intellect will decide what should be done with that. Then it tells the Manas what to do. So the Manas orders organs of action, what to do. In between, ego comes and says, this is mine. So if I see a glass of water, it will say, my glass of water. The glass of water doesn't belong to anybody. It just says mine. So it takes ownership. Ego's job is ownership. That's why there are 4 functions of the mind: Manas, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. Chitta means memory. Manas means conceptual part, mind. Ego, Buddhi is intellect. Ahankara means ego. So this, another way of representing this, there is infinity, is Brahman. I told you, I showed you the Brahman as the example, right? A glass of water. The totality of space outside is called Brahman. Something inside is called Atma. So the Brahman or Atma, infinity, are not separate out. This one reality, it's called infinity. Unknown, unknowable, question mark. This is absolute. So that gets reflected, and this total reflection is called Ishvara or God. And in that portion, a Jiva is reflected. This is called Karana Sharira. Causal body. This is called causal body. And then causal body, from causal body, subtle body rises. The thoughts, feelings, emotions, all those things rise. And then from the gross body rises. So this is how it happens. And if, why gross body is not bigger? Gross body is smaller. Actually, subtler is always smaller and bigger and bigger. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, I showed you earlier. Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnana. They are, Annamaya Kosha is the grossest. Pranamaya Kosha is subtler. Pranamaya Kosha is bigger than Annamaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha is bigger than Pranamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha is much bigger. Anandamaya Kosha is much bigger. So for representation purpose, they are shown one side, one inside the other. Reverse. So you are not what you think you are. Who you really are is the subject matter of this class. Any questions?
Prabhuji,